Hi, I'm Rob Long, Evangelism Director for the Indiana Conference. You know, as part of our Johnny Appleseed Church Planting Initiative, I'm here in Greenwood, Indiana today with our Associate Evangelism Director, Erik Freking. And Erik and I are here today in Greenwood to draw your attention to a prime city in our state where we believe that God would have us plant a brand new Seventh-day Adventist church.
Here in Greenwood, we currently have a thriving church that serves the Mizo population, but there's no English church here yet. So our goal is to establish a place where English-speaking people who hear and respond to the three angels' messages can gather for worship on the Sabbath.
Welcome to Greenwood, a city of 64,000 residents, just a few miles southeast of Indianapolis on I-65. Now, there are a few Adventists living here now, but there are hundreds more, no doubt, who are ready to hear God's special truths for these last days. And we just need to meet them and minister to their needs, gain their confidence, and invite them to follow us as we follow Christ.
That's right, Rob. So we're taking this welcome sign as our invitation to come in and learn more about this fast-growing city where many Indiana families are choosing to make their homes. As Paul entered the cities of Asia Minor to survey the landscape, before raising up churches, let us go in and see some of the beautiful sights in Greenwood together. This is Craig Park in Greenwood. It's one of several places where families can gather for outdoor activities like picnics and pickleball, which is America's fastest growing sport. People using parks like this for recreation means there is an interest here in health and wellness. As Adventists, we have a health message from the Bible that is resonating with more and more Americans today. Meeting the physical needs of people with our message that reveals God's principles of optimal health and longevity will be one key to making new friends, ministering to their needs, and gaining their confidence before we invite them to be a part of the church here in Greenwood. It will be exciting to see the response to our upcoming community and health and other programs as they become more and more relevant in the context of what is happening in our society today.
I'm here at the Greenwood Park Mall where last July, 3 people were shot and killed and 2 others were injured in the food court by a 20-year-old Greenwood native before the gunman himself was killed by an armed bystander. The community was shocked by this random act of violence, a harsh reminder that even in this nice suburban setting, people really need the Lord. There are troubled youth and people of all ages who need the gospel of Christ to give them hope in times of tragedy and power to overcome the demons that threaten the peace and security of idyllic communities like Greenwood all across the country. And so as Greenwood heals from this recent tragic event, we have a real opportunity to bring our message of the soon coming of Christ to people who need to hear about a better world where this kind of tragedy that they've witnessed will never be repeated. Imagine with me an Adventist church in Greenwood, helping prepare the people of this city for the end of this world and the beginning of the new world, where the Bible says the meek will inherit the earth and delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
This is the Mizo Seventh-day Adventist Church in Greenwood, a thriving congregation led by Pastor Chan Thul. They've been meeting here on Sabbath for several years, occupying this building which used to be the home of an English-speaking Adventist church. When that church shrank in size, the Indiana Conference made it available to the Mizo people. Now the Mizo church has grown significantly and they are prepared to return the blessing they received by making their building available for the return of a new English-speaking church to share the facility with them.
Friends, we want to see that church planted by God's grace. So here's our appeal. First, please join us in praying that this vision will soon become a reality. By faith, let's picture together Sabbath services in English happening again in this very building. Second, if you live in or near Greenwood, we hope you'll start looking forward to being part of this new church in your home area. As plans develop and solidify, you're going to receive an invitation to an information session where you can come and hear details about the project, ask questions, and give your input. And finally, if you feel called by God to be a church planter or be involved in church planting, We'd like to know about your interest. So please contact me or Erik at the Indiana Conference Office. We'd like to talk to you about how you might fit into the Greenwood plans. And so may God bless the Johnny Appleseed initiative to see new Adventist churches planted here and throughout the Indiana Conference field.